To our media friends, we'd like to share with you that lunch is ready.
A lot of
you
people
can collect your
checking out
lunch
the
box
car.
at the registration counter.
Where do I even start? Okay lah, let's be thick face a bit. Straight up walk up to this one right in the middle. Well, we are not unfamiliar with how the BYD Seal looks because Malaysia has been getting it quite a bit later than other markets. I've been seeing this car last year in Thailand when we did an Evo Enduro. Oh, for those of you who stumble upon my account, I am Bobby and welcome to my channel, and I review cars. Anyway, let's have a look at the car. Now, it's not something that we're not familiar with. Now, let's go through the design. The front end dips extremely low. So if you look at the height of this, where the height of the bonnet is, it's actually on right below my belt line, and this one is right at my knees. So for a car that doesn't have a very long bonnet, it actually has a very steep slope going down here. This, if I'm not wrong, if this car went into a bumper to bumper bump, if that's a word, I think it should reach like cars like what McLaren or Ferrari in terms of how low the front end dips. Now that helps with aerodynamics because the smaller your initial frontal area is, this is the initial frontal area, the smaller it is or the sharper it is, the lower your coefficient drag is, alright? So this car has a very low coefficient drag, 0.219, and the Seal, unlike the Tesla Model 3, which the Tesla Model 3 aims to delete whatever they can delete from the car. So if you look at the design philosophy or the manufacturing philosophy, right, I would say that BYD's products are unlike Tesla in the most significant way, which would be BYD gives you everything a premium car should have, whereas Tesla's idea is to remove as much unnecessary stuff as possible from the cars. So they remove everything, because if you look at a car like that, right, every single thing costs money, right? You have your headlamps, you have your advanced LED headlamps, you have your daytime running lights, you have these really nice signature kind of wave-like structure LED down below, and then they are housed behind a gloss black panel that sort of dresses up like a side intake, and there are actually air ducts over here that goes to the wheel well, and then you have below the diffusers, the bumper. It's like a front diffuser, if I may, okay? And in front is the big BYD logo, and then on the sides they even have the side grills. You know, it's a design feature where, you know, a lot of premium cars would have it, but this one is purely for cosmetic purposes. I kind of wish that it would be nice if actually BYD integrates some indicator LEDs behind this or something, but of course the indicators are here, the cameras are here, the side mirror housing, this thing is actually aero design. I mean wind goes through there. There's an NFC sensor over here, and then up front you have a 235/45 19-inch tire, Eco Contact 6, which is Continental's tires for EVs, because EVs are massively heavier than normal ICE cars. The tires have to be built a little bit different as well to be more resistant to wear as well. Now the door handles are the pop-up type, which has been a very popular option for car makers, especially from China. They like door handles like these that, you know, sunken into the door panels, and then they pop out as you unlock the car. Okay, now the whole window frame is gloss black. Okay, front and back is gloss black, so that it has a very sporty feel, because this one is the performance model. Okay, and Inside, familiar design from BYD. Very fluid type of design that they have here. You'll see that there is the lower console space, the upper part, and are you gonna go in? Yeah, please go ahead. All right, let me go through the material of the door. Up here, soft touch stitchings. These are real stitchings. All right, and then over here it's like a Alcantara kind of material, but it's definitely not Alcantara, or it's suede, or it's whatnot. Here is very nice. I love this material. Very, very smooth, very, very soft. And this one is a very smooth plastic. Feels cold to the touch, almost like a brushed aluminium kind of material, but I'm certainly it is on high quality plastic. Here we have a sort of like a plexi kind of material with the ambient lighting inside. Of course, you can change color. And then here is this material again, extremely nice to the touch kind of material. It's definitely not leather, it's some synthetic material, but it feels like the highest grade of leather, if it were, okay? If there is a leather that touches like this, right, that has to be like I don't know, it's really nice to the touch, okay? Down here, of course, we have some harder plastics, but these are not the type that will hurt your knuckles when you knock them. It's what I call not a scratchy type, but it's acceptable material quality. Here, the door bins are not full length because they place the speakers over here, and then they have the boot release over here, and then all these are very logically placed. This is just you see the child lock is over here, the window switches, door lock and unlock, to control the left side mirror, right side mirror, and even have one more button to retract both side mirrors as well. And these are equipped with the Dyna audio sound system, high quality sound system, and this whole thing is a nice quality material. Alright, again, it's this type of hinge. You know, it's a big door handle, the hinge is over here, so you're gonna exert a lot of force here, so be careful when you operate the car. Alright, the paint quality looks really good. There's a glass top on top, and full glass. There are no metal in between. This is like a panoramic roof. Alright, let's go in and have a look. Down here is plastic, this is metal, and then the pedals are good, organ type pedal. There's a nice footrest over here. These are for the fuses, I suppose. No, it's a compartment that is covered in felt, pretty high quality. But this part here is all this type of plastic, okay? Let's come inside here. Okay, come inside here. We have a screen right up front, very high resolution. I think it will display whatever that is needed. And then on top of it, there is the daytime, not the heads-up display over here. And then up here, this is those poly injection mold polyurethane material. Up here is hard plastic, and then down here, this material is the same as this. And these are some patterns. You can't actually adjust the air direction. That means the aircon vents are all controlled electromechanically. All right, these are all controlled via the screen. So to change the direction of air and all that, you don't have a physical knob for you to control it. This is the same material as this, almost like Alcantara. So the touch points are fantastic. All the touch points of this car is finished in a collection of different materials, which makes the interior looks nicer instead of, you know, a one whole door panel that consists of one material. Here you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 type of material. Now the steering wheel is in a good size. The girth isn't too thick. It has sort of like an almost flat bottom kind of design. We're familiar with this design. This has that Arto 3 feel to it, okay? There is the R03 feel to it. These are all physical buttons, so you can see this is to activate the lane keep assist. All right, and then this is to, I believe this would be activating all the safety systems or the camera, and then this is to adjust your distance between the car in front and you. This is to set your cruise control and also increase speed or reduce speed. This one would rotate the screen. Okay, you press this and then it rotates the screen. Okay, up here, this one would be to control this. You can change the modes of display. Oh, this one does this. So you toggle through different types of entertainment modes. Okay, as for this one, let me see. What does this do? Maybe to, oh, this is for your songs and your music, phone call, you know, voice control, voice command. This one is to control this one. You can change different modes, all right, driving time, average speed, and all that. So pretty much handy. Whatever you need on the steering wheel is there. These are your light controls. Your light control stock would have automatic headlamps and all that, pretty standard. One push button on the right. This one is probably to control, I don't know, that's the wiper for the speed and also the intervals. Okay, down here you have two Qi charger over here. Are there any air vents that blows to the charger? Nope. I really think car makers who have wireless charging should direct some aircon air towards the charging pad, because all they do is just to heat up your phone on long distance drives. Okay, down here we have this little cute crystal gear knob, which is very popular now. You have BMW, you have Porsche, everybody going to these small little knobs because that's all you need and it doesn't obstruct you from operating with whatever is in the center console. Okay, this one, all these are pretty familiar. All right, your different driving modes, and interestingly your aircon auto switch and all that is over here. This one is for the volume, this one is for the car's sports or normal and all that. Your hazard lights are here, start stop the car, parking brakes are here, and of course you have a plethora of controls inside the screen, because these China cars are really advanced when it comes to software and all that. They have everything ready for you. The glove box is all covered in felt, another hallmark of what premium cars should have. Okay, so very nice. It has that sun visors. You have, this is a good one, good supplier. You know, the one I hated is the one where the lights are here and then there's a switch over here where you need to slap the sun visor to turn it off. These are touch, I guess, not sure. Okay, now up here we have a full glass panoramic roof. I believe it should have electrochromatic. If it doesn't, that would suck. Now these ones are the cup holders, and this is unusually well built for a center glove box. Okay, and this again is that really nice material again. For some reason there is an NFC sensor here, very obvious location, but not the most obvious of location to have something lying there. I don't know why. I just love the kind of, when I go into China cars, right, I stumble upon a lot of unique materials that I have never touched before in other European makes. They have their own supplier network, they have their own types of, you know, materials. This material down below here is a really fantastic material. It's not leather, it's not plastic. I've never touched this before. This can only exist on the smoothest of smoothest baby cow butt or whatnot, but I'm sure it's not leather. The compartment down here is huge. Okay, you have all the sockets, you have your 12-volt sockets, you have your USB ports, chargers and all that over there. Obviously this car will have rear aircon vents, and in terms of seat support, it is fantastic. All right, the stitching on the seats, the cross stitching, the ISOFIX even on the front seats. Look at how soft this is, really nice. All right, so that's the whole front of the BYD Seal. Let's go to other spots. And oh, hello.
Hi.
And here we go now. And oh, there's Uncle YS waiting. Sorry.
I wait for you.
Okay, at the back of the seat here, this looks really sporty, but in a way also is very largely built so that rear passenger, this is my eye vantage point. So in terms of my visibility, I am almost all being blocked by this front seat. Okay, and here it's really nice. And here I like the fact that there is a pocket here, 2 pockets. This is a big one. Okay, this is nice. And USB ports. Okay, now the rear. Look at my knees. This goes full length. I really like the seat material quality in this car. Alright, another thing is
simple saja.
the angle of my seat. Okay,
so
down here,
bagus.
2 cup holders, rubberized material. Alright, this is nice. Overall, this is a very spacious car. I wish the seats are mounted a lot higher so that I can slot my feet in easier. Currently, it's actually a bit low, but overall, space is in abundance in the back here. Okay, the roof line is also pretty low, so going in and out for someone who is a little bit taller, just take note, but it's not bad. It's not bad. Okay, overall, China cars built are amazing these days. Okay, now coming to the side, you have all those design lines, and then down here some unique stuff as well. Okay, more for stylistic purposes. Now come to the rear, you have the tail lights, which are, it's like a norm now. Every single EV has to have a single stripe tail light, diffusers, cameras, sensors, and all that. Right? These are, again, I believe is purely for stylistic purposes. Okay, huge BYD logo at the back. There's the release for the boot, powered boot. Okay, it would be nice if it is a hatch that opens up, because for cars with a very sleek body line, you hamper the opening when it's just the boot that is open. Okay, overall, pretty big. I like the fact that this is not a thin material. This is nice and thick. And the boot is not the largest for this type of car. Alright, it's not the largest for this type of car, but it's more than enough. Alright? Boleh tutup. Alright, I have Abang Gan helping me to close the boot. There we go. You can see the little black tip over there, just to, basically they put a lot of effort in the design of the car. Okay? So, yep, this is a detailed look at the BYD Seal. I'm gonna go drive it later. Alright? Cheers.